Pro-Life Action Ministries began when I met Brother Michael Gaworski in college. We were both active in the Right to Life movement, and we began to be frustrated the way sometimes young people are with what's going on in the world and why we weren't able to stop abortion, especially, why we weren't making progress. And we realized that lives could be saved today.
So our mission is to save lives now, to save lives from abortion, infanticide, and euthanasia now, to rescue the children that are in danger of being killed today and tomorrow and next week.
I think what I really figured out is that my job is to call people to prayer. Now, I direct them as to where to pray a whole lot. I want you to pray in front of this Planned Parenthood. I want you to pray in front of that one. I want you to pray at this Robbinsdale or Whole Woman's or Mildred Hanson's. I want you to pray at these places and stand there and be a witness as you go and pray. Or I want you to sidewalk counsel as you pray and so forth. But it's to pray.
Pro-Life Action Ministries from the beginning took a strong Christian stand that they were going to be a Christian organization and that they were going to use direct action. And what the term direct action meant to us back in the 70s and 80s was doing things today, doing active things today. We know it may take a while to overturn the Roe versus Wade decision and to restore our country back to protecting the unborn. But there's things we can do today, peaceful, nonviolent, direct action.
We are organizing sidewalk counseling, the daily sidewalk counseling at all the abortion facilities in the state of Minnesota and in Central Florida.
People look at us as experts in the field of sidewalk counseling.
We have approximately 300 or so trained sidewalk counselors who go out at least once a month, every month.
This is not a vocation, but it's a calling. And I think that's probably the number one factor that divides what we do and how we do it and the personalities here from any other kind of endeavor. Pro-Life Action Ministries has been around since '81, but a lot of the staff here has been involved in the movement longer than that.
So our first post office box was my college mailbox at my college university, and the first members of Pro-Life Action Ministries were college students. And that was at a time when we read about, Gandhi and civil disobedience and the whole civil rights movement, and felt abortion and the killing of these children is the civil rights issue of today. And so we were involved in what we called sit-ins. March 5th, 1981, myself and about 6-7 other people went into the Planned Parenthood clinic and asked them to stop doing all abortions for that day. We had it all planned out at the time that we knew the police would be called, and we knew the police would want to get us to leave, and we kind of planned that we would waver in our commitment to buy more time, but we felt every minute we were there was no one being killed, and so we stayed as long as we could. And yes, we were hauled out of the abortion clinics, and we consider that day really the foundation day of Pro-Life Action Ministries.
When we were talking about the history, how could I forget the rescue missions that we did? We actually blocked the doors to abortion clinics in an act of civil disobedience in order to prevent the abortions from taking place while the sidewalk counselors were talking women out of abortions. And of course we were arrested and went to jail and all that.
Laws were different then, and now you can spend a lot of time in jail, and how much time would benefit the cause. And that's why we started focusing our time on sidewalk counseling, because we felt it was really more the heart of the ministry, and that's what changed things, was going to the abortion clinics, reaching out with love and compassion and a non-judgmental attitude, talking to people and encouraging them not to be in abortion.
And that's our job, whether that's with a large prayer vigil, with hundreds or thousands of people in attendance, or it's one-on-one sidewalk counseling.
I've worked and volunteered for several different pro-life groups over the years, and I've done a variety of pro-life work. But I'm always drawn back to the sidewalk, because That's where the babies are actually being killed. That's where we have a last chance to try and save their lives.
On the natural, people would say, oh, look at all the abortions we've had, even just in the state of Minnesota alone. Why are you bothering with your little piddling saves in here and there? But one, every life is precious. Two, you never know really how many children you save, even though we have a pretty tight profile criteria to consider what a save actually is. But we've had people come up to us years later. I saw you out there, I decided not to drive in. I have a child, 15-year-olds now, 3-year-old now. You really can't put a price on that.
There's few things in life that are more rewarding than being able to hold a baby in your arms and hear the parents say to you, thank you for saving my baby's life. And then to hear the parents 20 years later talking about their young adults now and how grateful they are that we were there when they almost had that child killed.
Now, we're here for the sanctity of life, and that means from conception to natural death, but also that I think that we are an asset to the Twin Cities area because we're helping to boost a culture of life. I think over the years we've realized we need to become younger.
We're starting an initiative to reach out again to the youth and get them more involved in the activities that we already do.
I really have great hope for the pro-life movement. Like I said, in my generation, the culture was against us. Today, I have a lot of hope because of what the young people in the pro-life movement are doing.
We've learned to embrace what you would call a pro-life spirituality and to refine how it is that we are behaving and so forth, the attitude, the heart that we have when we're out at the abortion facility.
My generation might have gotten the ball rolling. This next generation, this new pro-life generation, can get the job done.